Welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's what's happening in our territory. A Williams Delight man has been charged with negligent homicide involving a tragic death of an 11-year-old baby boy. News Channel 8's Wes Small has this story and another crime blotter story as well.
Let's get you caught up on some of the crime blotter reports since we've had a little vacation, if you will, for Veterans Day. The Virgin Island Police Department have now arrested Soviv M. Clark, 25 years old, from Williams Delight. You might remember about 2 months ago, he was involved in a deadly one-car accident with a 21-year-old mother in the back seat and, unfortunately, an 11-day-old baby boy. All right, what happened? Mr. Clark was in an accident on September 11th. He has subsequently been arrested November 10th, that nearly 2 months after that deadly accident. He's also now been charged with driving under the influence of alcohol, marijuana, and cocaine, plus charged with reckless driving as he lost control of his vehicle in the area of Estate Diamond on Centerline Road on September 11th. And unfortunately, authorities believe that that baby boy was not properly restrained in the back seat. The 21-year-old mother was just injured, and she has been subsequently released from Juan Louis. But unfortunately, that 11-day baby boy died in that accident. Chief Benta wants to remind the public, please take care of the children as they're in these vehicles. They should be in a proper child restraint seat. Meanwhile, we told you about the situation at Golden Grove Prison. This coming from the record of police officer Richard White as he responded to the scene at Golden Grove. 27-year-old Hester Noble, you're seeing her picture now. She said her belly was hurting on Friday, sometime Friday evening in her shift. Her friend, Vanille Blake, you're watching her photo now, is a cook in a Christian Stead restaurant. She bought her friend some Bush. You know how they make Bush tea for the belly? But don't forget, we have a new Bureau of Correction director who has taken the helm. And you could certainly see where he has made some surprise searches, therefore seizing illegal contraband coming into the prison. They inspected the cook or also Miss Noble, the correction officer, and that's where they got 35 grams of marijuana. All right, so far now, according to Judge Darrell Donahue, both of them posted 10% of their $10,000 bail. So they've both been released to a third-party custodian. I want to also remind you that another prison employee, a maintenance worker, you might remember, also tried to introduce marijuana into the prison system. That was a couple of weeks ago. So now you're caught up on the crime blotter. I'm here at Basin Triangle Command. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And in other news, Virgin Islanders continue to hold their heads up high after yesterday's Veterans Day celebration. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Virgin Island Governor John DeYoung, what a great ceremony today and a big parade. Barack Obama, President, you've got a lot to be happy for today, sir. I'm sure you're going to be headed up to Washington, D.C. for the inauguration. But take us to the beginning. You saw me just interview Mr. Barnes, right. One of our oldest dignitaries. Yes, sir, from World War II. How do you feel when you see him still around?
It's very good, because that represents our history and our culture and also the sacrifices made. So when you see a Mr. Barnes and then you transpose it to what we just saw today with the size of the crowd and the size of the parade, and particularly so many young people in it. I mean, from the Girl Scouts to the Cub Scouts to the high school children, it makes you realize there's a continuum. And the fact this was the largest crowd today, I just think says a lot about the Virgin Islands and St. Croix. That it was nice to see that many people, but also when the children came down, they were clapping for them and the kids were smiling. You just can't beat that.
And that's see your face. How that
makes you feel. It just makes you feel very good, because it shows that they're embracing what our members of the Legionnaires, our armed forces, the National Guard have been pushing for so long, and that says a lot about us. And so when you see Mr. Barnes and you see that, you realize the continuum and you begin to have the appreciation.
Thank you, sir. I know you're on your way now to St. Thomas as those ceremonies start at 3 o'clock and everything. And just an overall picture of today and Veterans Day and our men and women who serve in Iraq and Afghanistan. Afghanistan. Any well wishes for them?
Definitely. A tremendous amount of appreciation for all that they're doing for us in terms of the sacrifices they make and just the allegiance they have to America and the Virgin Islands. But I also like to add, if you don't mind, to their families, because I think that it's always a toll on their families, whether it be their spouses or their siblings or their children, the fact that they're serving and they're away from them. I'm sure it's an empty feeling, particularly this time of year. We're about to start Thanksgiving. We're going into the Christmas holidays. And also this year in particular, when such a tremendous thing happened with the election of Senator Barack Obama, I really think that just says a lot about our country. And it's because of what they're doing. So my hat's off to them and tremendous appreciation.
You can feel it.
Oh, you can definitely feel it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you
Governor John Dion, you're doing a great job. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, the governor's on his way to St. Thomas. Hello. Here, Delegate to Congress Christensen.
Way too.
Yes.
But I wanted to say
And-
hello.
Yes, and this is great. You just spoke up here, Doc. And what does Veterans Day mean to you today when you see...
Well, I come from a family of people who have served. My father was a World War II veteran. I have uncles that were World War I and World War II veterans. My husband is a Vietnam veteran. So Veterans Day is really a day that we must come together and thank those people who are willing to put their lives on the line and sacrifice for us to continue to live in freedom and security, and those who continue to do so today.
You look great in your uniform and
Thank you.
everything. American
If I
Legion.
could I do two other things?
Sure.
Okay, I wanted to talk to you about the health conference that's coming.
Yes,
Were
ma'am.
you on the, if you weren't on the conference call, on December 4th, 5th, and 6th, we're having a major national health conference on health disparities here in the territory. It is one that will bring together not only members of Congress, but it will also bring experts from in the healthcare field, corporate leaders, union leaders, and representatives of the Department of Health and Human Services. It begins on Thursday. The university's Caribbean Exploratory Research Center, that's being led by Dr. Callwood in St. Thomas, will be doing a community outreach to a workshop to help community organizations see how they can participate with the university in community health research.
Wonderful.
Yes, it's great. And then for the next couple of days, we'll be talking about health disparities, where we are, the kinds of things that communities have been doing, our community and other communities around the country, because we want to encourage community organizations to take control of our own health and do the things that we need to do to be a healthy community. And then we'll be having some policy discussions, because we want to leave here with a blueprint for change to take to our president as he takes office in January, so that we can eliminate the health disparities that result in many unnecessary deaths in African Americans and other people of color every year.
Yes, ma'am. High blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, and all the like. I see you smiling because I get a feeling that perhaps you'll be involved in Barack Obama's health plan. Do you think he'll be checking in with you, since you are one of the few Congress people, who are a doctor? I'm sure he'll be consulting with you for the health plan.
Well, I chair health for the Congressional Black Caucus, and so whatever comes out of the Black Caucus, which is 43 members, I lead that effort. And we've worked with his office before on health issues, and I expect to be involved again, both in what the president will be doing and the whole health care reform debate and discussion that will go on as we go back in January.
Wonderful. I have a dream that you're the Surgeon General of the United States. I know you've heard that
You and my senior health policy advisor, Britt Weinstock, yeah. But I don't think so. But,
Who knows?
I'm looking forward to serving in this Congress. It's going to be a very special honor and privilege to serve while we have both a Democratic House and Senate, and not only that, but a Democratic president and such an outstanding and special person as Barack Obama.
You got that right. Delegate to Congress, Donna Christensen, I couldn't think of not a better person to end this Veterans Day celebration with. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
We'll be right back after these messages.